was also tempering our expectations for him with the fact he is dealing with some injuries already.
Obviously coming off the MCL sprain of last year, obviously, you know, the foot is kind of giving me a little problem.
Dude, it hasn't even started yet. The season hasn't even started yet. All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. Hope you all are having a good night so far. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. So, it's been a while since I've checked on SxADk, and I got to come back with this one because I don't know what he's referring to, and I want to find out. So what the hell? This one's titled LeBron is back and as delusional as ever. So let's check it out. It sounds like a classic Skap video. So guys, if you don't know who SxADk is, the link is down below in the description. Highly recommend checking it out. What else to say? Nothing. I just want to know what this is about. So let's cut the BS and get right into it, guys. SxADk, link down below. Check out his channel. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out channel members. I appreciate you all. Guys, like the video if you could. Hit that hype button if you could. It helps me out a ton. Let's go.
Well, the calendar has turned to October, which means the NBA's regular season is officially upon us. And literally just one day ago, LeBron was glazing himself about his historic 23rd season.
It's just super cool to be able to, you know, be a part of history. You know, we have so many, you know, unbelievable, you know, stories and things, storylines and things that's happened in our league. To be a part of history, I think is just super cool.
Of course, though, the king of excuses was also tempering our expectations for him with the fact he is dealing with some injuries already.
Obviously coming off the MCL sprain of last year, obviously, you know, the foot is kind of giving me a little problem.
Dude, it hasn't even started yet. The season hasn't even started yet. You're ready. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Jordan is here making that look. You can't, man. Now it's just like we just start making excuses before the season starts. That's it. You know, that way, okay, no one expects me to try hard and win.
From time to time throughout the course of the last few seasons. So that's always the challenge of seeing how I can get my body, you know, as close to 100% where I can go out and perform at a high level. So,
and of course, the knee injury James is alluding to here was the alleged grade 2 MCL sprain in the fourth quarter of his most recent playoff choke.
I forgot about that because it's so unbelievable what he did. He did it on purpose, man. He did it on purpose. So he had a built-in excuse. And he did it a season prior. Like, think about that. That's some crazy premeditation.
Job and subsequent gentleman sweep broom job in the first round of last summer's playoffs. A game the Lakers were favored in by 6.5 points at home and were tied 88-88 in the fourth quarter of, but managed only 16 fourth quarter points in, behind King James and his 5 points on 2 of 7 shooting. One of those baskets, by the way, came in pure garbage time with the Lakers down 8 with only 34 seconds remaining. Oh, and for what it's worth, LeBron looked just fine on that layup, as he did while he was walking back to the locker room following the game. Though
he hasn't looked injured since. We've seen him do all this stuff in the offseason. The guy looks fine.
Days following the end of that game, we learned that James had allegedly suffered a grade 2 MCL sprain in that fourth quarter during a collision with Donte DiVincenzo. And according to James, he couldn't even get out of bed the next morning. The doctor ordered an immediate MRI, and the diagnosis was made at that time. But just 20 days after that, LeBron was seen here showing off his dance moves in a social media.
Yeah, dude, not just the dancing, but like his knees are bent. You want me to believe you need knee surgery and you can't walk? You can't even get out of bed, but you're doing this pose? I might break a knee doing that right now.
Post by 16th Sports. Oh, and as for the foot injury he was referencing, I thought that LeBron saw the LeBron of foot doctor.
Whoa, I just caught this. That is the coolest picture right there.
Because I went to LeBron James of feet.
And he said his foot was healing faster than anyone he had ever seen.
Yeah.
When did you get a sense of you would have a plan to get you back
biogenesis
faster than what the normal?
When the doctors told me I was healing faster than anybody I've seen before with the injury.
Oh, and just a few days ago at the Lakers' official media day, LeBron made the admission that the thing he was working most on this offseason was his golf swing.
My golf swing. That's the one skill I was trying to improve this summer.
Look better.
But James was actually just joking around there. No, not with the golf swing comment, with this one.
I don't know. Probably I spent a lot of time on my catch and shoot, 3-pointers. I've probably seen a couple of videos, either me reposting, me working out with Chris Johnson, during my summer workouts, understanding like how can I make the most of when I don't have the ball, either moving into space.
LeBron.
23 years later, now you want to learn how to play off the ball? Dude, you could have had 8 championships if you learned this earlier.
Working on his set shot jumpers, catch and shoot, and working without the ball. Rich as hell. Sure, LeBron. Look, as the saying goes, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, and those are skills Bron hasn't been able to cultivate in 22 years.
Yep.
Anyway, perhaps what he should have been working on was, being healthy for the start of this season. Instead, though, it was announced 2 days ago that LeBron has a bit of a longer ramp up in mind.
I'm still ramping things back up. I'm not where I want to be, but I don't want to be where I want to be right now in September.
And quite frankly, he doesn't know what his availability is going to look like throughout camp and even possibly for the start of the season.
Yeah, that's to be seen. Obviously, I want to be out there as much as I can, as much as I want, but obviously, we know where I'm at.
But not to worry, just sprinkle in some fresh commentary.
It's funny because when it comes down to like what is he going to provide the team with, he lowers the expectations so low, He's basically like just hearing this little bit, it's like, okay, he's not healthy. He'll play when he can and he won't when he won't. Yet he's asking for all this damn money. That's what drives me nuts. If you're going to be a role player, dude, and like part-time, take a pay cut. Maybe you'll win a championship because you'll get some better talent in LA.
About year 23.
It's year 23 for me. I got a lot of miles on my game. I've, trained, throughout the course of the off season.
Because, of course, we cannot expect LeBron to play at a high level or be held accountable at this age, but when he plays at a high level, we are expected to be overly effusive with praise because of his age. The old double standard win-win scenario here that LeBron loves to live his entire basketball existence in. Of course, James is in a contract year for the first time in his 8-year career with the LA Lakers, and that is, of course, because the Lakers did not want to extend LeBron James this summer when they had the chance to, instead forcing him to activate his player option while then releasing a passive-aggressive, pouty little message to the franchise through his mouthpiece, Rich Paul. But now it is contract? What contract? LeBron isn't worried about any contract.
Super excited about that, and I'm not worried about contracts, things at this. I don't know. That doesn't bother me at all. Super humbled to even have a contract still.
But even though LA seemingly doesn't want him beyond this year, coupled with the fact James is set to turn 41 years old this December, he doesn't necessarily have any retirement plans at this time.
Yeah. For me, it's just, am I still excited about the process? Do I still get motivated about the process every single year, preparing my body, preparing my mind, working on my body, training, things of that nature to get ready for a full season? I think once I kind of fall out of love with the process, then I'll know for sure, then it'll probably be the end for me.
Though, fear not, everyone, at Media Day, LeBron did let us all know he is not waiting to ride Bryce in on the same nepotism pony that he brought Bronny in on.
Well, anyways, the new owners wouldn't do that favor for him. He's lucky Jeannie busted, but, you know, that's over. The new owners can care less.
I'm sitting here, no, I'm not waiting on Bryce. No, I don't know what his timeline is. He's his own young man now. Like, he's down in Tucson. We'll see what happens this year, next year, you know. But he has his own timeline. I got my timeline, and I don't know if they quite match up. But we'll see.
And yeah, that didn't necessarily sound like that strongly of a worded denial. Anyway, we will all have to breathlessly await LeBron's presence on the court this season. But one thing is pretty obvious, that whenever he does happen to grace us with his presence, he will go on plumping up those box score counting stats while loafing around on defense and actually making his team worse, as evidenced by that minus 54 a year ago, which was 20th best on his own team. And for reference, Luka Doncic was plus 176 last year in only 25 games played with LA, while Austin Reeves was plus 195.
Nice shout out for Austin Reeves. Nice. The guy gets so little appreciation.
And those guys aren't particular defensive stalwarts either. But
Nope.
Hey, at least they are actually putting forth some level of effort. So while we do not yet have an exact time frame for when LeBron is to suit up, what we do know is he will already be in mid-season form when he does get on the court.
Great video from Skap. You guys check out his channel. Link is down below. Austin Reeves. I like the things that he says, and I think he has a proper mentality. I heard him mentioning a couple of days ago. I was reading an article, and he was talking about stats, and he said, "I'm really happy I'm on a team with a guy like LeBron and Luka, because I'm not into stat chasing, and if that's what it takes to become an all-star in this league, I don't want to do it." Because he's basically saying, like, I'm just about winning. If we win, the stats will come. But, you know, he's not out there just trying to chase empty stats. And I mean, you know, when I think of LeBron James, that's really what I think about. That and like excuses and all this other crap, narcissism and all these other words. But I think of a guy who is stats first, wins second, you know? And anyways, it's not a video about Austin Reeves, but I think he deserves a little more respect than he gets. What to say about this? Same old crap, just getting worse. People with this type of behavior, they only get worse and worse as they get older. And it's something I've noticed. I've lived long enough now to see this. They don't learn their lessons. They just get better at lying, and they eventually get like cartoonish with their lies. And I think LeBron has hit that cartoon stage where it's just like, dude, not even like your legion of fans have to, no way they can believe half of this crap. You know, there's no possible way they can believe the ridiculous things that are coming out of your mouth, like that knee injury, and then you're dancing on it, you know, or the foot injury, and then you're dunking like crazy the next day. Like, bro, you know, like, we have eyes, we see things. Like, it's so funny because he'll just avoid it. And I've seen him on podcasts and addressing the whole like, oh, LeBron is a liar, and he's like, it's not true, oh, I'm never lying, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, so he's self-aware enough to know that we all are onto him, but he's so crazy that he thinks all he has to do is say, I don't lie, and then we're like, oh, see, the liar said that he doesn't lie, so apparently he's not lying anymore. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Liars lie even when it hurts themselves. That's what a pathological liar is, and he's hit that stage. His lies are like coming around to kick him in his own ass. Anyways, you guys, I am out of here. Go check out Skap's channel. It's legendary. Like the vid if you could. Hit that subscribe button if you want more content like this. Hit that subscribe plus if you want to support my channel. And most importantly, It's the Be Water, my friends.